Hey, it's Tuesday, March the 3rd. My name is Tom, and this is your Ready Core Daily Brief. Today, you cannot detect change if you don't know what normal looks like. We'll get right on that, but first let's get you up to speed with the latest from the RISAT team and the Daily Sit Rep.
This is your AmCon Daily Sit Rep for March the 3rd, 2026. Up first today, defensive preparedness when outnumbered or surprised. Experts emphasize that survival in such situations relies on preparation more than force. Key strategies include maintaining an alert posture, utilizing layered detection systems, such as motion lights and cameras, and practicing movement techniques to avoid encirclement. Legal non-lethal tools like pepper spray and flashlights are recommended, along with family coordination and drills. Post-incident, individuals should seek safety, call 911, and cooperate with law enforcement while requesting counsel for interviews. In other news, Iran has responded to Operation Epic Fury with sophisticated cyber operations. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps and Ministry of Intelligence employ advanced persistent threat actors to conduct disruption, espionage, and influence campaigns. Targets include critical infrastructure sectors such as power grids, water systems, banking networks, and transportation. Authorities warn of potential outages and public anxiety caused by cyber attacks combined with disinformation campaigns. Preparedness measures include being ready for service interruptions in essential utilities. Turning now to weather, a 5-day severe weather event targets millions across the South. Beginning Tuesday evening, expect scattered thunderstorms potentially producing hail and tornadoes from the southern plains through the Midwest by Wednesday. A level 2 out of 5 risk has been issued, with threats including large hail and damaging winds. Residents are advised to check weather radios, review severe weather plans, and have emergency supplies ready as rounds of storms continue through Friday. Next, awareness regarding attacks in crowded and public spaces is increasingly vital. Locations such as music festivals, sporting events, places of worship, and shopping centers remain vulnerable due to limited security and high accessibility. Recognizing concerning behaviors, such as threats, isolation, or violent fantasies, and reporting them early can prevent incidents. Recommended actions during an active threat include running to safety if possible, hiding effectively, or fighting back as a last resort with improvised tactics. Finally, ongoing protests and civil unrest continue around the area and nationwide. Situational awareness remains essential when traveling near or attending large events. Recent escalations in violence, particularly involving ICE protests, heighten risks in several locations. Members are urged to stay informed via protest tracking resources, avoid confrontation zones, report suspicious activity to authorities, and update the RISAT team when safe. For today's weather summary, a frontal system will bring showers and potentially strong thunderstorms from the southern plains to the Ohio Valley over the next few days, while a light wintry mix affects the mid-Atlantic and Northeast. A potent cold front will cross the western U.S. and Rockies midweek, causing gusty winds and mountain snow. Above-average temperatures are expected nationwide, with record warmth possible in the southern plains. Severe weather threats from thunderstorms, hail, and tornadoes warrant vigilance from affected areas. Looking ahead, the Southeast Florida teams will hold their monthly meetup on March 14th at Markham Park in Sunrise, Florida, focusing on security and defense topics. All members are welcome to attend. Members can access the American Contingency members-only site to get the full report and more in-depth analysis of today's stories, along with practical preparedness tips, training opportunities, and resources to help you, your family, and your neighborhood stay crisis ready.
When headlines spike, people tend to do one of two things. They either obsessively consume information or they shut it off entirely. Neither response is disciplined. The disciplined response is baseline awareness. Most disruptions feel dramatic only because people don't have a reference point for what's normal. If you don't know what typical traffic looks like, or typical local chatter sounds like, or typical news patterns feel like, then everything feels like a threat. Elevated conditions don't require tension, they require clarity. Baseline awareness is simple. It is what is normal in your town. What does a normal commute look like? What are normal crowd sizes at the places that you frequent? What does your local news usually focus on? When U.S. operations against Iran shift global attention, it increases volatility in the broader environment. That does not automatically translate into domestic disruption. It can, but it does mean that the global environment is more dynamic than usual. Dynamic environments reward adults who know their baseline. Elevated means you widen your observation slightly. You look a little farther out. You don't assume something is wrong. You just simply pay attention. This is especially important in high density areas. Population density increases complexity. More people mean more variables. It can increase vulnerability in certain environments, and it certainly increases the complexity should you need to evacuate the area. That doesn't mean urban members are in danger. It means awareness scales with density. Preparedness is not hypervigilance, it's measured attention. Know your normal. That way, if something does change, you'll recognize it calmly instead of reacting emotionally. So today, observe one normal pattern in your environment. Traffic flow, grocery store rhythm, neighborhood activity. Establish your baseline. Know what it is. Tomorrow, we're going to move from awareness to verification, reviewing communication, medical readiness, and proportional evacuation considerations without escalating anxiety. Thanks as always for listening to the ReadyCore Daily Brief. If you're already a member, thank you, and make sure you check out today's resources in the members-only platform. If you're not a member yet but want to find out what it's all about, just head over to readycore.net and join the network to start building your resilience today. I'm Tom Rigsby. Stay alert, stay ready, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.